Or you met someone with a number on their arm and they said some words to you that made you curious. Frightening words. Ugly words like ghetto, concentration camps, crematoria. Words about death. Words that wiped out the idea of living human beings. There was once a large city like Paris or New York where a lot of people lived. It was a cultured place with a symphony and an opera, lots of elegant restaurants and cafes. Then, one day this city turned into a jungle and disappeared. There was once a large group of people that lived in this city. They had their own schools, newspapers, their own theaters, political parties, hospitals, even a language that was only theirs. And then one day these people turned into ghosts and disappeared. Don't ask me why it happened. I don't know. Don't ask me how it happened. When you're fighting for your life, you don't have time to look around. Better ask me what happened, because that I can tell you. Then you should ask yourselves, can it happen again? This is a story, but no one made it up. It's unbelievable, but every word is true. It happened to so many people who never lived to tell about it. It happened to me, and I did. I was 15 then, and I'm 15 now. For the rest of my life, I will be 15. There was nothing before, nothing after. Only that same year, day after day, when I was 15. This is a story about a group of kids. They were my friends. And the last time we were together, we made a vow that if one of us survived, he would tell what happened. That if one of us made it, he would see to it that people would know.
So what the hell are you waiting for? A golden engraved invitation?
I see their faces at night. I hear their voices all day.
Or the Messiah, maybe. Didn't you hear? He's in permanent hiding, too ashamed to show his face.
I walk down the street and they're there.
Congratulations. It's about time you opened your mouth. If I were in your place, I would have come through a long time ago.
Uncle, Rudy, Lutek.
Tell about the Jew hunter in the Christian market. He pulled a knife on us, we pulled 4 knives on him.
Zevik, Mala, Hella, Helena. Just kids, 14, 15-year-old kids.
Tell about the milk. It was easier to get gold than a glass of milk.
Kids who died. Kids who disappeared without a trace. Kids you never even heard of.
Tell about the smuggling.
Kids who just happened to be my sister, my girlfriend, and my best
Tell
friends.
them we fought back.
This is a story that lives in the present, a history that won't stay in the past, a memory, my life.
You want a memory? Fine. Talk about the day they announced the ghetto. Shit. I didn't even know what a ghetto was.
The day we all had to move. 400,000 people crammed in like sardines.
The day they built the goddamn wall, and suddenly we lived in a goddamn zoo.
This is a story about growing up fast,
Tell them how we used to make love anywhere we could.
about losing your innocence overnight,
On the roof, in the bunker,
about
in the cattle car.
forgetting the past, avoiding the future,
We thought every time was the last time.
about turning your will to live into a weapon to survive.
Tell how we learned the Catholic Mass and wore little crosses around our necks so they wouldn't know we were Jews.
How we were crammed 12 in a room with no plumbing. So we used to hang out on the street all day.
Tell how there was no electricity, no coal, no telephone, no radio, no connection with the outside world.
This is a story about a master plan to wipe out me, my family, my friends, and every other Jew off the face of the earth.
Tell about the whippings.
They murdered 6 million before it was all over.
The starvation.
More than 1 million were kids.
The typhoid.
1 million
The selections.
dead
The deportation.
kids. Now there's nobody left but me.
Two drunk SS officers came wandering through the ghetto looking for some fun. They picked up an old-bearded Jew, surrounded him, spat on him, and with several well-aimed punches knocked him into the gutter. "Tell us, you Jew bastard," one of them politely asked. "Who caused this war?" The old man, who learned a few things from over the years, looked up from the ground and answered, "The Jews." The officers laughed until they had to hold each other up. And then the second one asked, "Who caused typhoid, syphilis, and every other filthy disease?" "The Jews," the old man answered again. And then he added, "And the taxi drivers." The German stopped looking puzzled. "The taxi drivers? Why the taxi drivers?" The old man shrugged and looked up. "Why the Jews?"
The wall was 9 feet high. topped with barbed wire and glass. Every 100 feet, Germans stood guard with machine guns and dogs. Thousands of other Jews from other cities were crammed inside with us, but only a select few with special permits were allowed to go out, officially. There was a streetcar that came out of the Aryan side, ran through the ghetto, and went out again without stopping. It was also well guarded so that no Pole could get off and no Jew could get on, officially. A Jew had to wear an armband at all times, take his hat off, and step into the gutter as a German walked by. And could get tortured and arrested for offering bribes or making deals. The food ration was 250 calories per day. Every day, hundreds of kids took off their armbands, jumped on streetcars, bribed the police, shopped at Christian markets, and stuffed their boots, pants, shirts, and pockets with sugar, and barley, salamis, and bread. We were too hungry to be scared.
Stop treating me like a baby. I'm 13 years old and perfectly capable of catching this silly little knapsack. Besides, ever since they closed the schools, there's nothing to do all day. I'm bored.
My sister Helen wanted to help. I never forced her. When she first asked, I said no. It was bad enough that I was smuggling without risking her life too. But when my papa's business was confiscated, I decided to give her a chance. I needed her. Okay, ready? A catch.
That was impossible. No one could have caught that.
You have to catch it no matter what, Ella. I'm gonna be on a moving streetcar. I can't guarantee perfect aim. Try again. Ready?
Ready. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do it again.
You have to run faster. Keep your eye on the knapsack and run. Now.
Yosef, you did that on purpose. You had to throw it so hard.
If you think this is too hard, how do you expect to catch it when it's full of potatoes? Good. Again.
This will really help, won't it? I mean, if I catch the knapsack, then you can bring over more food.
Yeah, move back a little.
Do they still have movies on the Aryan side?
Sure.
And puppet shows in Krishnansky Gardens?
No, I never get there. Now, I'm gonna fill this up with frogs. When you catch it, bring it close to your body so that it doesn't fall, okay?
I wish we had a park in the ghetto. I bet there are lots of flowers right now in Saxon Gardens. Tulips. I like tulips, don't you?
Harold, right?
After the war, I'd like to visit Holland. They have windmills there.
Unless they're all bombed out.
All of them?
It's possible.
But the tulips, they'd still be there, wouldn't they?
I don't know, maybe?
But we learned in school that there are thousands of tulips all over Holland. How could the Germans kill every single flower? Josip,
What?
next time you go, will you bring me back a flower? It doesn't have to be a tulip, it can be anything. Josip,
What?
will you?
Sure, you're my partner, aren't you? Catch! Good girl, Hella, you made it! We worked together for 3 months. I'd board the streetcar from the Aryan side and sit still until the car was full. The Polish policeman knew me, and just before we entered the ghetto, I'd slip him a bribe. Then, as we passed by where Hella was waiting, I tossed the knapsack, and about a block later, when the German guard wasn't looking, the Pole would give me a shove into the crowd, and I'd make a run for it. It was a perfect operation until one day, I landed on top of an old woman who started screaming. The German guard turned around and started shooting at the noise. In 2 minutes, Jews were bleeding and dying all over the place.
Josip, what happened?
Are you crazy? Come on, get out of here!
But I heard shots and it scared
Here's
me.
the knapsack.
The knapsack. Oh no.
She dropped it. After all that, she dropped
Let's
it.
go back. Maybe we can still find it.
Sit down.
But it might be on the sidewalk.
I said sit. The place is crawling with Germans, and you want to go back.
Sorry.
Want a carrot? Eat it slow. Knew something like this would happen. The streetcar is just too dangerous. Today was a warning. We need to find a new way to bring in food. German bastards. 10 people killed for nothing.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. This one might last us more than a couple of days. Come on.
Walk out your front door and turn right. When you reach the wall, climb over and take another right onto Marzakowska into Jerusalemsky Boulevard. Then take a left. When you cross the Vistula, face west and run. Just follow the sunset, you can't get lost. Across Poland, into Germany and out again, through Belgium, down to Holland and into France. As soon as you reach the channel, jump in and start swimming. When you see the white cliffs of Dover, you can ease up a bit. Then watch out for submarines. When you touch the shore, your troubles are over. Mazel tov. You've just reached the nearest ally of occupied Rome.
The maker of heaven and earth. We believe in one Lord, Jesus Christ, the only Son of God. We believe in the Holy Spirit of the Lord, giver of life. We believe in the Holy Catholic Church.
Mama, hurry up. Maybe this is a bad idea.
No, we decided we're getting out and we're going. Did you bring your crucifix?
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
It's kind of funny, doesn't it? We're not really us anymore. How much money did you bring?
30 zlotys?
30? We need 100 to pay that man.
Well, don't you have any?
I have 50 and you're supposed to have 50. What happened to the other 20?
I gave it to my mother.
What? Are you crazy?
Look, we're getting out and she's not. What do you expect me to do?
Not without 100 zlotys, we're not.
Selena, she's my mother.
He told us not to show up without it. What if he gets angry? He could turn us over to the Gestapo.
She hasn't eaten in 3 days. She keeps giving all the food to my brothers. I couldn't leave her without any money. Fine. Be mad at me. I don't care. I'm not sorry. Go on by yourself if you want, and I'll go home.
It's too late for that. It's almost curfew.
So, I don't care. I'll stay here. Let them catch me!
Will you just keep moving? It took me 2 months to make this contact, and we're not throwing it away.
I'm sick and tired of this entire thing. Just look at this disgusting dress and these ratty old shoes and my hair. I'm dirty and I stink and I don't care anymore. I'm not going.
Good, Mala. Just throw yourself over the wall while you're at it and save them the trouble.
It's not going to work. Pretending we're Christian is a stupid idea.
It'll work if you just shut up and listen.
Look, we don't have enough money. That man isn't going to cross us over out of the goodness of his heart.
No, but I have this.
What is it?
It's my mother's wedding ring. It's silver.
You're going to sell her wedding ring?
He told us to stand on that roof and signal. He has a rope ladder that comes down from his attic.
You've had that since I first met you in the ghetto.
It's this way.
But Helena, that's all you have left to remember your mother by.
Here he is.
A few weeks after the war began, a squad of Gestapo agents went from house to house in the ghetto taking down names. They climbed to the top floor of an old rundown apartment building and pounded on the door. Shlomo Rabinovich answered. Behind him stood his wife, his children, and his grandchildren, looking very frightened. Does Shlomo Rabinovich live here? He was asked. No, replied Rabinovich. Well then, Jew, what is your name? Shlomo Rabinovich. Now wait a minute. Did you not just say that Shlomo Rabinovich doesn't live here? Aha, says the Jew. You call this living?
He was just hanging there, with his eyes wide open and this terrible expression on his face. I can still see it.
Try not to think about it.